I'm Keonta Duncan, Vice President of the Spokane chapter of the NAACP and co-host of the YWCA Spokane's One Mission campaign. Gabby Dansereau uses her platform as the current Miss Spokane to raise awareness about domestic violence. After her cousin was murdered by her fiancé in 2017, Gabby and her family created the nonprofit Stop the Silence to help spread awareness about domestic violence and its prevalence in our community, while also raising funds to support local agencies who are dedicated to serving survivors. As a young woman of color and a domestic violence survivor, Gabby strives to share her story and to be a role model for other young women. At just 22 years old, Gabby is already a strong and ambitious activist, committed to advocating for women and making a difference in our community.
I am actually the reigning Miss Spokane. I was crowned in 2019. I compete in the Miss America organization, and I'm so honored to be a part of something so big. Miss Spokane has a platform in which she serves or dedicates her year of service to something, and of course mine is domestic violence awareness and prevention. So not only do I get to spread that message locally and then at Miss Washington, but then hopefully someday the Miss America stage. And even if I don't for some reason get to that Miss America stage, my audience is becoming bigger and bigger every day by being a part of this organization through its volunteers, its parents, its young women, the people who watch and follow Miss America. They're going to start to know a lot more about domestic violence and why it's important to raise awareness about it. I was impacted by domestic violence in 2017, and that is when my family started a nonprofit organization, and from there I've been able to give back to the community and give back to the resource shelters that we have here in Spokane to help those affected by domestic violence. Empowering women means a lot to me. I think it starts at a very young age with beauty standards and empowering women to be their true, authentic selves. I think with the platform that I have now and the voice that I have now, it's very important for me to put my most authentic self out there and help empower women to be their best selves through their careers, through their schooling, through parenting, whatever life may take them. It's very important to be a girl and be there for women. I've always been motivated and really wanted to always be out in the community. I think personally, some of the best people that I've met in my life have either been mentors, teachers, or coaches, and most of them were young. They were similar to my age, and so from them I became inspired to be someone like them and someone to touch other people in the community. So I started at a young age, and I just figured if I have a passion and a purpose, I'm going to figure out what that is, and I found that in 2017, and from there I've just taken off with my passion and purpose of giving back to the community, being out in the community, and raising awareness of domestic violence. I face racism every day. I face racism with my friends and my family. A lot of them don't realize what they're saying could be harmful. For example, I was out last weekend or the weekend before, and a gal came up to me and said, "Wow, you're the most beautiful Black woman I've ever seen before." And terms like that's not a compliment, especially to a woman of color. It's not a compliment. You can just say, "You are beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I see." It's almost degrading saying, "Oh, you're the most beautiful Black woman," because it then states that Black women are not beautiful. So I think these terms and these phrases that we're using in the community are definitely harmful to people of color, and we need to be able to start that uncomfortable conversation. So as a woman of color, I really want to advocate for starting that conversation with your family and your friends. Just educate them a little bit, because a lot of the times they don't realize that that is a harmful statement, and then once you correct them, they understand, and then they can go and correct other people in the community or their friends or family that use statements like that. So I think eliminating racism in our community starts with myself and other people like me, one step at a time, just starting with the people closest to us and then ranging out from there. I think it's really important to start a conversation with young women to find their passion and purposes. Everyone's passion and purpose in this world is completely different, but their reason is something bigger than themselves, and we truly can change the world one person at a time. I know when I first started giving back to the community, I was a little scared because I had that self-doubt. If I'm just one person, I can't make a difference. But in 3 years, I've seen a huge difference in the community and a huge difference in the conversations that we're having in this community just because of something small that I've started. So as a young woman, I think it's important to show my friends along that same kind of route. Like, you can do this. Find what makes you passionate. What are you passionate about? Start that conversation. I think everything honestly truly relates back to starting a conversation.
Thank you for joining us these past 4 weeks as we've celebrated the accomplishments of Gabby and 7 other incredible women in our community. If you missed any of the Honoree Spotlight videos, you can see them all and learn more about our One Mission campaign at ywcaspokane.org.